Hi, this is Gerry Lewy, and I'm going to be showing you something very basic but fundamentally fantastic and easy to use method. In fact, many of my wax designers and wax carvers use the same method, so it's not my invention, but it's everybody's within the jewelry trade here in Toronto. How it is in other countries, I don't know. But for me, it works wonders. What I'm going to be doing is duplicating or replicating the silver cut and bead project we did a few days ago. I'm going to be doing this in a wax form, 4 pieces. I'm going to be making this in the wax, drilling it out, and giving to my silver caster to run some castings for me for when I do my teaching in the trade school north of Toronto in about October. So I'm going to have a bit of time to mess around and do this actual cleaning. What I've done is got my wax forms. I used cyanoacrylate, otherwise known as crazy glue. Cyanoacrylate glue. There, let's get rid of that container so you know what we're looking at. What I did was, I'm trying to get the camera to focus, here we go, is I glued these waxes together, then I glued the silver to the wax. So I won't want anything to separate. I even used my wax pen and joined them together from underneath. I don't want to have this moving around while I'm doing the marking on the wax. So I've double secure this whole process. What I did originally is I get my little graver here. I marked it out where the first hole will be. Get some wax off my graver here. I marked it out where each hole will be in for the next drilling session. This is the anchor. This is a basic line for doing the stones. Here's a bit of an extra space because I had a bit of a decoration thrown in for good luck. So wherever there is a stone, I made it over there. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just scratch the wax. Go to the one on top, and here's the last one. Now I just may deviate off that line a bit. I'm going to show you how easy it is, and trust me, mistakes will happen. I could use a magic marker, but with my finger I might just remove that magic marker on the wax and back to square one again. So I get my graver, anything you want, any sharp marking device, even the tip of your triangular file. Scratch the wax. And let's go down to this one over here. It's a very basic process, and all of my friends do the same thing. Is it time consuming? Not really, but it's going to save you a lot of time than working on one piece at a time. You may make a mistake and say, oh my gosh, the hole is off center, I'm not going to do it right. So this is the only way you're going to be able to do it. I'm going to use a bud burr. No, I'm not going to use a bud burr. I'm going to use a round burr. This way I'll be able to show you better. Just give me a second. Give me a small round burr. I'm just going to score the surface a bit more. That burr is too darn big. Now why did I pick a big one? Just to show that even I can make a mistake. Here's a decent one. Careful. Don't go crazy with the sound of the motor. Don't put your foot on the floor and go 60 miles an hour. Just mark the wax. Okay, I'm going to stop that because the wax is collecting on the round burr. And I have another drill I'm going to use. It's a sharp one, so be careful when you use this. This is a lethal weapon. This is a little wax carving burr. Has 3 sides to it, and it's like a blade. Yes, I've even punctured my finger with it. Now I don't want to show you the results. It's scary. But at least I know my blood is red. Let me get that burr in there. There we go. You can see that. And I just go in a bit more. You notice that with the gluing on all these pieces, there's no chance for the wax forms to separate from the silver. That is a rather good idea. So what I did was, on the first one, is, I'm going to go in sideways so I can see better, is that I go right through the wax form. Now, my burr is coming out on an angle because I've got the camera right in front of me. Normally, I would hold the burr in this configuration. And remember, don't get that near your finger. You'll be yelling, and blood will be spurting everywhere, and it will be not a nice thing to see. We don't want blood in our work. You can even attempt to do it freehand without marking. That choice is yours. Now when you're finished, countersink all these holes yourself underneath. Get a small round burr and try and get inside and just remove that little extra wax that's going to be built up, because any wax you're going to have inside here will be silver, and it'll be blessed hard to remove it. So try and scrape it away with any onglet that you got. Here I'm using my onglet here in front of me. Scrape all that residue away. Make it clean, pristine, ready to cast. And I'm just showing you very quickly. Now what you can do, if you have an item like this, get all this wax off it. I hate to have a wax lying around. What are you going to do for sprues for the wax? You will make one over here, another one down there. Here is because I ran short. I had to build up the length to match the silver. The wax only came up to this line, so I had to increase it a bit more. So when you're making sprues, do it on the side. I would prefer on the side because you want to have this channel so that all the dirt will be removed when you're making into silver and setting the stones. So make your sprues on the outside. Little large jump ring hoop. And there you will have my method of duplicating or replicating the original without having it done in pieces. Because if you do it in pieces, I'm going to reiterate that you may have the holes here and there all over the place, and now you know exactly where it's going to be, all in a line. Hope you learned something, because sure heck I did when I saw this. I said, this is a fantastic idea. Now to remove it, I just get my graver and I'll separate it with, let's see if it works. No, I'll have to heat it up a bit. Maybe I'll use a saw blade. Oh, it's starting to move. There you go. I'll try this after the camera's finished. Oh, by the way, that little sharp burr I showed you, that's what happened. Okay, folks, see you later. Bye-bye.